Oh, yeah. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Famous Cartoonist Draws Things, episode 12. I am your host, Art Baltazar. I look a little bit like that. This is a drawing of me done by my cousin, Chris Sandoval. Look him up on Facebook. He's here somewhere, Christopher Sandoval. He's a good kid. Oh, yeah, man. What's up, Danny? Oh, you're welcome, sir. He thanks me for doing this, and you're very welcome. I really enjoyed this. And Kevin Bixby's here. He's awesome. And this song is the debut of Neptune from Gordon Baltazar on SoundCloud. It's my son's music. Gordon Baltazar is hard at work on some electronic music, and he's up there doing it. You can hear all stuff on SoundCloud. It's pretty cool. Link in the description, of course. Tonight, you're here for an exclusive. Tonight, I am going to work on some more Gilbert, the Little Mermaid pages. It's going to be Gilbert. The third issue is called The Flaming Carrot Evolution. So we're going to work on some of this. I was working on some of this last night. Me and Franco did a live stream last night. And I realized I drew a fish of him. That's Uncle Franco. So he became a fish. He is now part of Gilbert's world. I see Millie Mae's watching. My mom is watching. Dan the Man is watching. Kevin Bixby's watching. I'm going to do some inking here. Last time my live stream was like 3 hours long. So I'm not sure if it's going to be that long today. I'm just going to go with it, you know? See, they're all talking telekinesis. So I had to come up with a way how to make a telekinesis word balloon. And this is how it looks. It's actually easier to ink a word balloon like this. So you don't have to stay in any set parameters. And I could just do my thing. See, they speak without speaking. Talk without speaking. Speak without speaking. What's up, Millie Mae? My cousin Millie Mae's here. Everyone say hi to her. She's awesome. Oh, let's see. I didn't quite draw this one. So I'm going to draw some of this. Let's do some drawing, kids. Look at this. Is Auntie Francine. What she should be holding here? She wanted her to be doing something, but not necessarily in the kitchen cooking. I want her to be doing something cool. Maybe have something on her. What should she have? Any suggestions? You guys could be co-writers right now. What should Aunt Francine be doing? What are the cool answers? What would Millie Mae do at home? Should I put a... Should it be some kind of cake or put a glass? All right, how about this? How about some glasses? So I don't want it to be like she's doing mom stuff. Because Auntie Francesca is a cool aunt. Yeah, she's going to have drinks. They're not liquor, though, because you can't do that in a kid's book. Well, not in Gilbert. I don't know if they would. I don't know if they would drink stuff underwater. You know. So you're crazy, Baltazar. So last night I did a live stream that was 3 hours long, and I actually did a piece that was from beginning to end. I did a piece from beginning to end for my musician friend Vinks. He's on Facebook. You can see him, but his music is awesome. And this Saturday, I'm going to live stream myself painting. I'm gonna do some paintings. I'm not sure how long the live stream will go, because a lot of times when I paint for like 8 hours at a time. So if Facebook lets me 8-hour live stream, I might do that. You're not required to watch all of it. And Facebook allows you to rewind a lot of these things. So I think it'd be fun. I never did that before, but I have permission from Vinks, the man himself, that I could play his music in my live stream while I paint. I'm so excited about that because it's real important that I don't get copyright strike, from I don't want to use anyone's music without their permission. That's why you hear Gordy, my son Gordon's music right now. Oh, Millie Mae likes to juggle, huh? Let's see. Should she juggle? I'm gonna have some. I'll put some juggling balls here. She's gonna juggle later. You're gonna wonder what she's doing down here in the deep. Millie Mae's awesome. If it wasn't for this quarantine, I'd be going to for the Continental and hanging out on Saturday nights and Friday nights. Yeah, we heard it before. I'm always busy drawing stuff. Like I said, I've been quarantined since about 2007. So this is just what it's like for everybody. The challenging part is for those who are not used to being quarantined. Let's see. Some drawing stuff right now. This is Gilbert. This is Gilbert the Little Mermaid. He's a tail. Originally, I wanted him to be. The original story for Gilbert was he is an ancestor of or a family member, ancestor, of the Loch Ness Monster. And he was afraid that he was going to grow up to look like the Loch Ness Monster and be giant. I didn't like that because then you would know the outcome of Gilbert's future. So I want him to be open. But you kind of see because this is Amphibian, this is Gilbert, and this is Amphibian's Aunt Francesca. So they all kind of look like the adults eventually. And the adults of this Phibian family are kind of big. They look like fish, but they're not fish. They're like mermaid-type people. But they're not mermaids either. They're Phibians. Millie Mae, yeah! Millie Mae's awesome. And this is Gordy's music in the background, as I said. And he's so happy that I'm playing his music, and I dig it. And he has a new album he's working on. So that first song is called Neptune. So Neptune is the first song from his new album that was a preview that you guys just heard. It was the first song I opened up this stream with. And the other song, LA Flame, that's going to be on his new album too. So he's real excited. I'm glad he likes making music. That's just real cool. We got a very artistic and talented family. My whole Baltazar family and everyone living in my house. My kids play piano, they play music, they draw, they paint. So it's pretty cool. And they write and they dance and act, and that's all cool. We do a lot of cool stuff in the Baltazar household. Probably because their dad, me, I don't know how to keep down a job. I just do this stuff all day. Even at jobs, I find stuff to draw on. How about that? Is that cool? That's her living room. She's doing some things. I'm going to add like a table or something here. Everything's made out of coral. Coral? Coral! Not that guy. Coral, like a hard substance in the ocean. And she's got some seaweed growing onto her. Seaweed? I'm going fast today. Let me see. I gotta check these messages because it's sometimes they get away. You doing all right? You guys watching? Got 8 people. It's consistent. Let's do it. All right. What do you guys want to know? You want to know any secrets? I keep getting texts from people. I'm not gonna do it. I gotta hide the phone because it's buzzing. It's distracting me. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and ink Auntie Francesca. She could be based on Millie Mae in a way, you know. She got that smile. Jim Hampton. Oh yeah, man, good stuff. Thanks, Jimmy. My mom's here too. Let's see. The stream is covering up some of the comments. Oh yeah. My mom says hi. She calls me Tip, which means it's short for Tippy-Tatat, because that's I used to say that when I was a kid. Tippy-Tatat. I don't know where that comes from, but it does. It's true. So now, my house, she calls me Tip. And Kevin Bixby's here. I'm with you. Very tired today, though. Oh, man, you're a hard worker. You were up late with me last night, and you had to start work at 6. So, man, I don't envy you, sir. But it's all right. I got this. And what's the secret of Harold's Chicken? Man, I don't know. But I just discovered the last time I've been to Harold's, they asked me if I wanted lemon pepper seasoning. And I said, yes. And I'm so glad I said yes to that because that changed my life. That lemon pepper seasoning was so good. And man, my mouth's watering right now just thinking about it. I haven't been to Harold since this stay home stuff. And man, I need to go. But I know they'll deliver it like to your car. I just need to go out. I really haven't been anywhere since for a few weeks now. So I'll get there. We all need a little Harold's chicken. Look at that, a little curly cute. She's the cute one, Aunt Francine. It's true. Kevin Bixby agrees about Harold's chicken. I know, man. And here's Gordy's Superstition. I don't know what this song's called, but it's it's called Granny Mead. Granny Mead or Granny Mead. And my son's real scientific with a lot of his names for his songs, and he names stuff to songs so people could wonder what does he mean by that, and that's cool. That's a sign of a true artist when you can name a song and have people be confused, not confused, but they wonder why is that song called that. I'm very proud of these guys. I'm very proud of these kids who are making things happen. Kids make things happen. There's a lot of detail here. I'm gonna take a swig for the working man. I got my beverage, fully hydration today. Got some ice in there. I even got iced tea mixed in here. All kinds of stuff. All right, Auntie Chris says hi. Uncle Bill and Aunt Chris, hi. Hi, guys. This is what I do now. I got a primetime show on Facebook, and hopefully you guys see my new show. It's called Famous Cartoonist Says Things in the Morning, and it's I do a live stream every morning on Facebook now. Now that I'm in morning mode, I'm in normal people hours. It seems like I'm doing a morning show on Facebook every day around 10 o'clock or so. I just get on there with my cup of coffee and talk about stuff. So it's been pretty cool. It's been a hit with people, and people are digging it, and people are telling me, when are you going to do that again? And I know I'm having a good time because right after I record a show, I want to do it again. So that's the cool part. That's how you know you're having fun, when you don't want to stop. But I don't want to oversaturate the market with my George Clooney good looks, I got to give him a break. Sometimes you need a break. You can't eat the whole chocolate cake at one sitting. You need a break. Really, May gave me some hearts. Oh, yeah. Auntie Chris is here. All right. Danny says, what grade are my kids in? My daughter is 8th grade. She's going to graduate this year. We don't know if she's going to have a graduation, but she finishes this year. And my son is 16. He's is that a junior? Yeah, he's a junior in high school. And the 34-year-old man is doing his 34-year-old man stuff. He's dancing and acting, but so everybody's doing their thing. And yeah, man, we're surviving. It's cool, and the kids are doing their online school and stuff, so they're still doing their thing. But I know they're anxious to go back to school, and everything's cool. We're all doing our thing. Nothing really changed for me. I'm still drawing every day and doing the best I can. Trying to get these deadlines. But like I said before, like this quarantine stuff is a gift that wasn't asked. I gotta take it as a gift because the whole world's slowing down now, but my schedule's speeding up. I have to keep ahead because if I slow down with the rest of the world, and then when it goes back to order, all right, we're ready, return, I'm gonna be behind. So I'm taking the opportunity to get ahead of all my things. So I think that's a good idea. What kind of bathing suit should I give her? Because they have these creatures have built-in suits, like just a line to indicate their suit. I think I'm gonna make her cool. Let's see. I'll just go regular. Just go high. See, I give him a 2-piece like this. Yeah, that's cool. Eddie, what's up, man? This is my cousin too. Eddie's here. Another talented Baltazar. He paints, he draws, he does tattoos, he plays music. He's like the quadruple threat. That's cool, man. They're all here. Oh, Gina's here too. Missed you this morning. That's okay. You have to do work. She works food service. That's cool. You're saving the world. You're making a difference, Gina. I'm glad you're doing your thing. And everybody's got things to do. Every little bit of thing that people do is very important. You're helping somebody. Somebody is very thankful when they see you. When they see you every day, they're like, "Oh, thank you that she's here," or "This person, thank you for this, thank you for that." And that's how you know you're doing all right, when somebody smiles when they see you. That's how you know. It's like a Baltazar family reunion. It is. They're all here. There's at least 5 or 6 Baltazars in the chat right now. I know them all really good, too. I'm glad I picked 7 o'clock. Nobody's sleeping yet. Like, last week I wanted to do a bunch of these live streams, but my hours got so whacked out of whack that I was waking up at like 8 o'clock at night, and it was hard to wake up and then do this. I needed coffee. I couldn't draw. So now my schedule's more back to normal. I don't know how that happens, but it does. This is Auntie Francine, everybody. Or Francesca, not Francine. Francine's down here, I think. Let's see. Yeah, here's Auntie Francine. Here's Francine right here. But she's ready to go to war. She got a staff. Because right before this, they were getting attacked by the fiery Pyrokians. And here's Uncle Philu. And here's Uncle Phineas and Uncle Franco. He looks like my buddy Franco. If anybody notices. He looks kind of weird. He's a weird-looking one. That's Uncle Fernando. He speaks Spanish. Hola. And then there's Uncle Fred. I should draw him look like Fred Flintstone. Yeah, I should do that. Hey, kids. I should draw something on him like the Flintstones. Give him one of these kind of things. That'd be fun. I'm gonna. I just did. I said I should, and I did. You know why? Because this is my book. I can do it if I want. Got our eyes on you. Oh, I can't get away with anything. Oh, Kevin Bixby. He's like, Scoot will be right back. Yeah, man. I'll be here. Yesterday I was drawing for 3 hours straight before I needed to take a break. And I just I wanted to keep going, but I actually needed food. I was hungry. And you would think it's the other thing, but no, I was fine. I just needed food. And then I ended up doing another 2-hour stream with my buddy Franco on YouTube after. And I'm going to do that again today. After this, we're going to do another stream. I'm going to take a break and do another stream of drawing. Because with these live streams, people have these cams. This camera right here. People are into it. People are streaming themselves every day, all day long. And around Christmas time, I went to visit my mom and dad, of course, for Christmas. And she gave me this camera, and she says, "Here you go, Artie. I don't need this anymore." I'm like, okay. I wasn't sure what it was because I never had a webcam before. I was never interested in broadcasting, you know? So I hooked it up, it worked, and then I tried it, and then all of a sudden the rest of the world was doing it too. It was just the timing of when I got my webcam was the timing of this social gatherings, whatever they call it. Socializing. Isolation. Solitude, isolation. I don't know. We try isolation, but there's a whole bunch of people in my house. My wife and Sonny are watching all the Clint Eastwood movies. They're having Clint Eastwood marathons every night. So that's what they're doing. You guys got questions? I got stories. Earlier in the morning, when I do the coffee streams, I go on there, and the first 4 minutes, sometimes people aren't on there. And I feel weird because I think, oh, I'm all by myself. But then it takes a little bit for people to catch up. But then when it does, man, I talked today for about an hour in the morning. It was cool. As I taught myself, I'm just going to talk for about 10 minutes, maybe 30 minutes at the most. But I talked all day. And I wanted to keep going. This is Fred. Oh, I see. What Clint Eastwood movie is my favorite? I don't know. I watched a lot of those. I like the new one he did where he was a bitter old man in the suburbs or something. I forgot what that was called. But he was cool in that one. I didn't think I would like it, but that was a really good one. But my first movie I ever saw at a drive-in theater was Buckaroo, where he was a cowboy, but he was a cowboy in a circus. Buckaroo Banzai? No, he was a cowboy in a circus, and that one's the first one I ever saw in a movie or drive-in theater. And then it was playing with Grease, so my parents took us to see that. Bronco Billy, it was called. Yeah, we saw Bronco Billy, so I remember that one. But I liked the one he had that school bus and everyone was shooting at him. But my Sonny and my wife are watching all the cowboy ones, Fistful of Dollars and Good, the Bad, the Ugly. I like Good, Bad, the Ugly. My dad was more of a Clint Eastwood cowboy fan than me. Tell us the story, Uncle Artie. That's all I have are stories. That's all I have. That's why I guess that's why I do what I do, because I can tell stories. Yeah. What's your top 3 favorite movies? Movies. I love a lot of movies, man. Everyone always goes Star Wars, Superman, Batman, but the one I probably watched the most out of any other movie is Pulp Fiction. I'm a huge Pulp Fiction fan. I love that movie so much. It's such a perfect movie to me. And when Pulp Fiction was released in the theaters, 93 or whatever it was, 92, 95, I saw that movie every Friday until it was no longer in theaters. So I don't know how many times I saw it. But that's one of my favorite movies of all time. And I can't wait till my kids are old enough where we could actually enjoy it and they won't be embarrassed. Because when we see weird stuff on TV, and even Audrey said, Dad, should we be watching this? So it's kind of fun. But I love Jaws. It's one of my all-time favorite movies. Of course, Star Wars and the first two Supermans. The first Superman movie's got to be one of the most perfectly written movies of all time. Especially the balcony scene with Superman and Lois, and I like Pink very much, Lois. Because all he wants to do is get her in the air, fly her around, get her cold so he can hold her. And all she wants to do is just keep him there. She just wants to get all romantic on the guy. But they both have to play the roles of Lois has to interview him, he has to be the superhero. And the best part of that whole rooftop scene, it's not the I like Pink part, but when he said, come on, let's go fly around, and she said, well, let me go grab something. I need a coat. And then he took her pad of paper and her pencil, and he threw it on a table and says, nah, you'll be warm enough. That was such a guy move right there when he said, nah, you'll be warm enough. I'm like, all right, already, let's get in the air. Let's go fly around. And if you're going to write characters, that movie right there, that little study of that scene is the best character, some of the best character written scenes of all time. Because if that scene didn't work, you wouldn't believe that they care for each other, that they were hot for each other, and that they were romantic, and you wouldn't have believed it. But you did believe it, and that's why that movie's so good. So that's one of my favorite scenes of all time. But I like a lot of stuff. I watch movies all the time. You probably know I watch Breaking Bad at least twice a year. Let's see, what else you got? Let's see these questions. No way. You talk all day. I can't imagine. Yeah. I do talk all day. I can't imagine either. That's why I got to press the record live, because otherwise I'll just sit here and talk to myself all day. And who's going to hear all these awesome stories? I can't let them go to waste. You're a Baltazar. That's true. I'm the firstborn Baltazar in my household. And then my brother came second. Yeah. First son from the eighth son or ninth son. What was it? Seventh son? I don't know. I lose track. We got so many uncles. Lincoln the movie? I don't know. I never saw Lincoln the movie. What do you think of Tombstone? I don't know. I saw those, but I'm like, all right. I saw a lot of those movies, but they didn't get me. Like I saw Tombstone, but I think there was two movies out at the same time that were alike. Tombstone and Silverado, maybe it was. There's a lot of movies that are just movies to me, and I could like, all right, I saw them. And then there's movies that people tell me I have to go see. Like, you're gonna love this movie. It's great. It's the best movie ever. And then I watch it and I don't like it that much. But so it's weird. That happened to me with The Matrix a little bit. And then I saw The Matrix and I was real confused. And then now I love it because I see it over and over. And that happened with me with the movie 300. People told me it was a great movie, and then I watched it. I didn't like it. But now I love it. I watched that movie. That's one of my movies I watch over and over and over. The 300 movie. It's just something about certain movies that I just like how they look, they feel, they sound. Like somehow you could get in that zone and have a movie look and feel a certain way that that's not that your brain likes. You get used to it and you like it. So I don't know what that is. It's kind of like when you watch that one movie I watch all the time when it's on. Is that movie? I don't even know what it's called. I think it's called Loverboy. It's about that kid who delivers pizzas to all the women, order it with anchovies on it. And Kate Jackson's his mom. Anytime that movie's on, I watch it. There's something about that movie that I really like. And same with there's a few movies like that. I'm trying to think of other ones. But sometimes I like the hurting ones. I even like the hurting Godzilla movie with Matthew Broderick. When I was younger in the 90s, I lived on the East Coast, and I was so poor. I was real poor. How poor were you? But I was real poor that I didn't have anything. I barely had a phone. But I didn't have TV, and the only way I'd watch TV is I have to wait for Blockbuster Video to put their movies out for $2, and then I would buy them. And that's what I'd watch for like 6 months until I could afford to buy more movies. So I watched Godzilla over and over, and I watched Zorro with Antonio Banderas over and over. So I'm the same kind of guy. I'm the kind of guy who could watch the same stuff a whole bunch of times. And I don't know what that is. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that means I'm a genius. I'm brilliant. I don't know. But I'm the kind of guy who could watch the same thing all the time. And that's probably why I watched Breaking Bad. I saw that thing like 14 times already, 13, 14 times. But I listened to it mostly. But I like that Godzilla movie. But I watched that a lot. I watched a lot of different things. Let's see what else questions we got. My favorite actors and actresses. I don't know. Yeah, I agree it's the worst Godzilla movie ever, but I enjoy it. It's not a Godzilla movie. It's about a giant monster. But there's some cool scenes. Any Godzilla scene is awesome where he breaks stuff and goes under the city and goes under the water and runs through the buildings. That's cool. And then my favorite actors and actresses, I'm not sure, but I know I like George Clooney. That's for real. Even though we get mistaken all the time. People think that he's me and I'm him. And I ran into him one time. He goes, "Oh, you're a famous cartoonist. You look just like me." And I'm like, "See? That's what I tell people. They don't believe me." But I like Clooney. I like that movie Up in the Air where he's in the airport all the time. That's really good. That's one of my favorite movies too. I watch it over and over. Whenever it's on, I love it. And Verma Farmiga is cool too. That's where I liked her. And I didn't know she was in anything else besides that for a long time. There's a lot of stuff. I like unique movies that aren't really something that you would think I would like. And I like the movie with the girl who is working with who's the most best actress ever? Meryl Streep. She won all the awards, but she's the boss. She has white hair and she's the boss and she gives this girl a hard time and she works in the office. That movie, I really like that one too. The Devil Wears Prada, it's called, yeah. So I don't know. I like a lot of actors. Harrison Ford, I like him a lot. Like, especially if they could act, if they could be on camera and you're not seeing the actor. Like, I can never get past Ben Affleck, and sometimes Brad Pitt does that to me. I can't get past him. It looks like Brad Pitt the whole time. But I like him in Inglourious Basterds, but that's probably because that's a Quentin Tarantino movie. We just saw the Hateful Eight again. Man, that's powerful. I saw that a few times already. I haven't seen his new one, though, the Hollywood movie. I got to see that. There's a lot of actors. I like, I don't know who I like the best. I always like Sean Connery. But he's okay. He talks like this all the time. Just right. I don't know. That's my Sean Connery impersonation. Let's see what else. Devil Wears Prada. That's right. I do like that movie a lot. It's an unusual movie that creeps up on you and you can't turn away. You try to turn the channel, but you're like, oh, wait, what's happening to this girl? But I don't know the names of the characters, so it's weird that I like it a lot, but I don't know a lot about the movie. I just watch it all the time. But I love the movie with George Clooney at the airport. That's one of the best. I love Jaws. I love everything everyone else loves. Star Wars, of course. Original 3, the best. I enjoy all of them, but people get mad. People think you have to choose. Why can't you just choose all of them? It's the way to go. I'm gonna choose them and not let them choose me. It's the best way. The best thing I learned, the one thing you can say to people to get out of any argument about that, say, I don't really care. And then they're like, okay. I just like all of them. It's true. And then to me, it's always like, somebody made this movie for me to enjoy, so if it's not for me, it's not for me. Like, I really enjoy them. I like the X-Men movies. They're not my favorite, but I like them. And I like the Wolverine solo movie, the Origins movie. And everybody hates it, but I like it. That's a movie I watch every time it's on, too. So I look at the movie, if it's on all the time and I could watch it, then it must be good. See, Eddie says, remember Robot Jocks? Robot Jocks. I wanted to see the robot fight. A terrible act. I don't know Robot Jocks. I got to look that up. I might know that. Steve Brad says, hey, man, Brian Lynch, Untouchables. I liked Untouchables. My dad was a big fan of the Elliot Ness show, the Untouchables show that was on TV. And I remember that one. And I remember Costner. I liked him enough, but he wasn't the same as the Elliot Ness I knew from the TV. But I liked it. It was good. I enjoyed it, but it's not one of my favorite picks. Like if it's on TV, I'll scroll past it. But I love the Back to the Future movies. I could watch them at any point, no matter where they are. Sean Connery's perfect. Yeah, I like him. I like Connery. I like him in a lot of stuff. Every time he's on TV, I could watch what he's doing in any movie. He makes hurt movies good, Good old Sean Connery. Then Hugh Jackman is a perfect Wolverine. Yeah, he's cool. He's real good as Wolverine. Except for he's tall, but everyone got over that right away. We know he's tall, but he's doing good. I don't know who could be a better Wolverine now if they bring him back. Because I know Marvel Comics got the rights to their guys again, I think, to make movies. What should Uncle Fred be doing? I'm gonna save it. You guys digging this? This is so cool. Are the Baltazar still here? Just remember, if you have to go, it's okay. I won't be offended if I'm down to 3 watchers. But it's cool that everyone comes in here. It's awesome. I really dig it. This is Gilbert. That's Sherbert, and that's Amphibian. And they're 3 friends. And they're having an adventure. This is the book. It's called Gilbert, the Little Mermaid. It's a book series I have with paper cuts. And this is the 3rd volume. Hopefully it'll be out by, I think, October. Christmas time, probably. But I'm supposed to have it done by the end of the month. I'm hoping to. This is page 29. So I'm getting there. Oh, yeah. Hey, Devin. Devin's here, too. That's my cousin. Uncle Fred could be eating a Bronto burger. That would be cool. Maybe I could have him cooking. I'm going to draw a burger back here. Burger patty. Because they eat seaweed. I'm not sure. I felt weird making a meat burger because they're fish and they'd be eating fish. I guess that's something. Glenn Portman's here too. Oh yeah, comics. And after this stream, after I do this a little bit, we're gonna do a live stream on I Like Pink Very Much Lois on that page for some of our I Like Pink fans. I'll probably paste it on my famous cartoonist spot. I don't know what I'm doing no more. I'm just doing all kinds of stuff all the time. Give him a spatula. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. I'm gonna give him a spatula. Let's see, gonna make it right here. Here it is. He's got a spatula. This is cool, this digital stuff. I can make changes real easy, real fast. And on Saturday, I'm going to do a live stream painting. I'm going to paint for live on Saturday for a few hours probably. So you could check in, stop in, check it out. And that's going to be real fun. And I'm going to be able to play my guy Vince's music. I can't wait. I can't wait to live stream Saturday. You're going to see my whole body. You might even see me dancing and singing. I don't know. It's possible. He drew a special. He's a chef. A small chef hat. Oh, that's cool. I'm going to do that. So I got to give these guys some kind of personality and make them individual, you know? It'll fit right there. They're getting ready for war, but this guy's making some... Get ready for war, but this guy's doing some cooking. Look at that, some bubbles. The publisher going to say, why does he have a chef hat? I'm going to say, because the fans demand it. He needs it. You guys made me laugh. It's funny. But what time Saturday? Probably afternoon, 2 or 3 o'clock or so. Probably. I'm gonna have my coffee and then eat something. Probably do it right away. And usually I start painting, and everyone knows what I'm doing because I put my music real loud. I bring my beverage of choice. I just have a good time. I put the music real loud, and then I just throw paint everywhere, and it's really cool. So probably an afternoon, or I'll start in the afternoon and I'll keep going. I'll take a break, come back, or something. But I like doing that, and it's real fun. I'm enjoying these things, and people are responding and stuff like that. So it's real fun. And I have all my my links to different websites and things that I have books and all kinds of stuff like that. If people want to find out more about me, you can check out all the links. I have an IMDb page even. I did some stuff. I was on a show on G4 channel, and then I did some Cartoon Network stuff with Super Pets, some Super Pet cartoons. So check out all my website. It's all in the link. I got a link down below, I think. Somewhere in the description, you can check out stuff. So it doesn't end with the live streams. It continues. When you're sleeping, my awesomeness continues. I do things so you could dream about George Clooney, and then you could wake up and check out stuff online. I'm going to make some bubbles here. It's true. It's true what I'm doing. What do you guys think of Gordy's music? It's cool, right? I don't know if the family ever heard it. I'm drawing a caricature entitled Coffee with the Famous Cartoonist. Cool, man. Thank you. That's awesome. Yeah, it's going to be fun. Normally, I don't get to paint a lot because usually on the weekends I take a break and hang out with everybody. But now that everyone's home, I hang out with them all the time. So it's kind of like nobody notices it's Saturday. It doesn't have a feel anymore. And last weekend we had Good Friday and then Saturday and then Easter Sunday. So I took 3 days off yesterday or this weekend. And then when I finally went back to work on Monday, I was low production Monday because I was the weekend was so relaxing that I forgot about Monday's deadlines. But I'm there now. I'm in the zone. I'm fired up. What do you guys think? Is that cool? Yeah, Gordy's got some skills. He does. My buddy Jeff Walklin. Yeah, Gordy got some. He does some stuff, man. He's cool. You gotta feel the rhythm and do it. Let's see. Something's happening here. All right, I got it. Like I said, Gordy has a new album coming, and he gave a song on here that's called Neptune. It's called Neptune. It's on his SoundCloud, and that song is a preview of what's coming on his new album. And he promises the songs will be deeper and darker. Because that's what we want. We want some mood. I want to feel the mood. I want to feel the soul of the tortured artist. It's the best way. When your art can make somebody feel something, you know you accomplished good things. Oh, what is that? So you sent me an Oompa Loompa? a chocolate factory guy. That's good. These are her juggling balls, inspired from Millie May. See, all these characters have stories. See, Uncle Fred has a story. Auntie Francesca has a story now. We got to get to Uncle Fernando and Phineas and Franco and Philu. But we will. We'll get there. I want to fix this. This looks weird to me. How about if we separate his eyes a little bit? What if I do this? A little better. See. Yeah, he's all right, right? That's Look at that. The skillful hand of the famous cartoonist amazes people as they watch. How does he do that so effortlessly? Like he's gonna give him teeth. How does he do that with such grace? It's like watching an angel draw. Is that true? All right, let's see. Let's see. She's saying this, and I forgot to add her word bubbles in there, speech bubbles. Oh, there he is. I tried to post it, thought you would like it. Looks like, this is what Eddie's sending me right now. Let's see. Let's see what Eddie's sending me. Oh! I'm going to show the fans. I'm going to show the people. This is what my cousin just sent me. How's that look? Is that cool? He sent me 300. He sent me 300 as painted by Bob Ross. Yeah! Look at that face. Ah! That's cool. Thank you. That was pretty awesome. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, let's get back. Get back to where you once belonged. Get back, Loretta. Need more forehead for Franco. Oh, you think so? Let me see. Oh, yeah, we do. He's a fish. Maybe I'll raise that. Maybe I'll raise this. How about that? That's pretty good. I'll raise him a little more. I made him a fish. I did that last night on we did a stream last night. And I was drawing. I was getting a little exhausted. Sometimes I don't know when to stop. I'm doing my thing. It's Gilbert. This is Gilbert swimming around. Gilbert was a character I had invented. I created him back in like 2000, 2001. And I had him in my head, and I had all these stories for him for years and years. And I would, a lot of times for years and years, I would show other publishers my work. but nobody ever wanted to do anything. And now, when I show publishers my work now, they're finally giving me yeses. They're saying, yeah, we'll publish that. So that was kind of cool with Gilbert. Paper Cuts likes him. So we're going to do a book. This is this third book, number 3 of 4, like volumes. We're going to do 4 volumes. It's going to be fun. It's fun already. And volume 1 and 2 are already out. They're online everywhere, on Amazon, I think, and I think they're on Target's website. It's cool. And I think I have them on my site too. I have issue number 1 on artbaltazar.com. So if you guys are interested, it's up there. So I'm always working on stuff. So Gilbert number 1 is out there. I have some copies of Gilbert number 2, but I don't know if I have enough to sell. I have to take inventory because I sold a lot of comics at C2E2 in February. Sold a lot of stuff. So I don't know if I have enough to put online. I don't know. We'll check. I'll check it out. Because that's what I do. I check out things. I draw things too. See, it kind of looks amphibious. See, his other foot would come like this. And go like this. There you go. That's him flying. Oh, I gotta do this. I gotta add the who's talking here, you know? They're speaking telepathically. It's cool. Like, we do this live stream we did yesterday, but Franco hosts it, and he has a different program where I use a webcam. You just see it what I'm doing, but he has a program that the screen goes on his screen, so that's kind of cool because you don't see my hand, but you see you just see this little thing moving around the cursor, and you see all of the things happening. And it's kind of cool to see that, especially when I'm drawing. I see it on the screen. I can see when I'm drawing on the screen, but I don't see my hand. It's like a ghost hand, which is pretty cool. Let's see. Ooh, we got more questions. Let's see. I gotta go. All right, Gina. Yeah, you got that early job, man. And somehow I always see you get up and go to bed. Our paths will cross again. See you tomorrow. Have a good night. And Jeff Falcon, other than when you got sick, what's the longest you've ever went without drawing? Oh my God. Other than when I got sick. I barely go a weekend without drawing. Maybe 2 or 3 days the most. But even on the weekend, if I'm not drawing, I still have my sketchbook with me. Because if I don't, I get a little weird. I have to go find it. Where did I put my sketchbook, you know? And I always have the sketchbook with me at all times. I just need it. So the longest I ever went was I don't know. When I was sick, though, I haven't done for weeks, and my wife would go get my sketchbook for me and put it near me, and I still wouldn't touch it. I just wasn't in the mood. It's not like I didn't like it, but I wouldn't even look at it. I would look at it on a table, but that was real scary for me. But then I got okay. Now I'm inseparable. I'm going to show you my sketchbook right now. Here it is. There's the book. It's always here. There's all my ideas. I'm going to see if I can find this page. Let's see if I can find Let's see if I can find the page I'm drawing right now. Look at, here's some amphibians. See them? Amphibians? This is banana splits. I got them in here. I got all kinds of stories I got to finish. I hear they're talking to his mom, Francesca, or Fuchsia. I don't know, they're in here somewhere. Here's a part 4 is these guys. A shark guy and a lizard or a seaweed guy. I don't know their names yet. But these are a lot of the books I'm working on now. Here they are. I don't know where the pages are. Here's a future. They're gonna confront the bad guys. Here's King Nauticus and there's Amphibian Father with his army. It's gonna be cool. You guys are gonna love it. It sounded like Donald Trump there. You're gonna love it. It's gonna be great. Cool. I got people watching still, so it's good. So I can't go very long without drawing because once I stop drawing, I get a little grumpy. I don't show it, I guess. Because I apologized to my wife a few times. I'm sorry I was in a bad mood yesterday, and she says, "You were?" So I feel it internally that I gotta do this. I gotta draw. But when I show it, I don't really show it physically, I guess. It's just me inside thinking, man, I gotta do something. I'm going nuts. Does that make sense? I think it does. So this is where Auntie Francesca lives. They're all underwater in a town called Midlothian. It's much like our Chicago town called Midlothian. So they all live there. There's a lot of detail on this page. Yeah, they all live underwater. An amphibian is introducing Gilbert to her family. If they're anything like the Baltazars, who were all here for a little while, it could be nuts. You have to start saying goodbye before you say hello in my family. Otherwise, you're never going to leave. And the people who always remind you that you give long goodbyes are always the spouses. Everybody's husband and wife. I already know that the goodbyes are going to take forever. Wonder if my mom's still watching. She was here. But it's hard, man. I've been drawing for an hour. When I was a kid, the way I used to measure time was with TV shows. So 1 hour meant one episode of Lou Ferrigno Hulk. And so that's the way I would measure time. So I knew that if I was going to visit my family in Wisconsin Dells from Chicago, I had to watch 4 episodes of the Hulk before we get there. So that's the way I would do it. And I do that with my kids when they ask me how long is something. I use Dora the Explorer. It's like watching 3 Dora the Explorer episodes. And they're like, oh, okay. Especially when you're a kid, that's an easy way to tell time. Tell the feeling of time, like what's an hour feel like? It's like watching a whole Dora the Explorer episode. Go looking. Oh, I'm only on the two top panels. There's a lot of drawing in this one. Kids are gonna like it. This guy gave him a spatula and a chef hat. You draw all these bubbles. Get some music on. So how many of you are drawing with me while I draw? It's going to take a lot of doors to finish this page. Yeah, it's gonna. There's a lot of details on it. I put a lot of panels on there. Let's see what the next page looks like. Here's the next. See, this one's a little more open. They meet his mother. She introduces Gilbert to her mother. Her name is French. Her name is Fuchsia. Yeah, let's see. And then the next one after that, bigger panels. She got his face. See, like that's what moms do. They grab the face. Such a good face. PH face. You look just like her. Like who? Such sweet, fond memories. Tell me, young prince, how is your mother? How is Queen Nyadora? Huh? You know my mom? Of course, we go way back. See? Isn't that cool? There's history there. I gotta do this. A lot of pages on here. The kids are gonna like it. He's got a hamburger. She's got juggling balls. It's true. Oh yeah, D. Brad said he's drawing the famous cartoonist. That's awesome, man. Now you know what I look like. A lot of people are gonna say, "Why'd you draw George Clooney?" It's not George Clooney. I hear my kids laughing upstairs. Swig for the working man. Oh yeah. Oh, that tastes good. Refreshing. When I color these pages, they take just as long because I gotta color all these bubbles and stuff. Know what I mean? Know what I mean? And I'm dedicated to the craft. Gonna make it awesome. So everything underwater moves differently. The cool thing about it, drawing these characters, is they don't all have to be standing in line, like on the ground, you know, because it's underwater. So I could draw characters. If I need to add a character, I could easily add one here because they're all floating around. Which is pretty cool. Or as my kids would say when they're little, that's pretty cool, Daddy. Pretty cool. All right. Looking good. There's some background here. This is coral. Coral. That's pretty good. Put some waves in here for these kids. It's a good song too. It's got some Eastern influence. Look at that. I'm going to show it to you without the pencil lines. Ooh, look at it. Nice and clean, crisp and clean. Oh, my cousin Tree's here. What's up, Suge? She's here. She knows what I mean. Know what I mean, Jelly Bean? Yeah, that's true. This is true, Mr. Magoo. All right. Uncle Fred, Auntie Francesca, welcome. Uncle Fernando. What should he be doing? He's just hanging out, I think. He's a hacienda, this guy. They're getting smaller. This is a cool tool on this pencil because it mimics the pressure of your hand. Like the more you draw with the pencil, it kind of learns. It's weird. You could adjust it to drawing like you do. Oh yeah, Treese gave me some hearts because that symbolizes love. Because you guys are awesome. How about the turtle right here? Yeah, I'm drawing, Treese. I'm drawing. I started working about 10, 11 o'clock today. I'm still doing it. It's got to be done. After this, I may need to take a break and have some food. I'm feeling it right now. It says hola. When I was a kid, I had an auntie Ola. Her name wasn't spelled like this. It's true. Looks great, view. Thank you, Treese. Uncle Fernando looks sophisticated. Yeah, he does, right? I should put a little, I want to add a little martini, but I can't do that. He's cool like that. He almost got a Cardo Montalban vibe going on. I'm going to move this down. What I could do, I can move it down. That's what I'm going to do. Doing it. No one can stop me. He is cool. There you go. He's using telepathic powers. In the first issue, Gilbert had to learn how to use telepathy. He learned from an alien. So maybe they all learned from the alien. So it's kind of fun. But now by the third issue, they all speak telepathical, except for the turtle. He still speaks regular. It's cool. That's true. Safe. Yeah, he's sophisticated. You don't need, you'll be sick tomorrow. Yeah, I know. Oh, really? Auntie Ola's real name was Violet. I didn't know that. I thought her name was just Ola. It needs a monocle. Ooh, that's a good idea. But I have these big eyes, though. How do I do it? He has these big eyes already. I didn't know Auntie Ola's name was Violet. That's cool. See, I learned things. I just became educated right now. I think he's got some groovy hair too. He almost looks like Elvis, or like who's that guy who used to sing in Vegas? He had the cool hair. He was singing since he's a boy. Wayne Newton. Oh, Auntie Ola was Liz's mom. Wow. See, I know that we have all kinds of cousins, but I don't always know where they fit. Like, where they fit in. I know they're my cousins. I know they're my cousins, but I don't know why or how they're my cousins. But I know they all come from a certain group of other cousins and aunts and uncles. Well, that's cool. I didn't know that. I probably could have figured it out eventually. It's all true. All of it. Just like the Force. All of it. It's true. See, tree snow stinks. The older, I don't want to say the older we get, but the more the generations grow, they lose sight of what came before. And so somebody has to tell these new people what came before them so you could remember them. And I'm doing that with my kids too. I give stories, It's easy to remember when you give stories about people from the past. People you remember. So that's what I'm doing. I'm telling them stories all the time. I don't sit around and say, all right, story time, kids. But the stories happen and they're more fun to hear. It's more fun to hear about stories about family members, and then eventually the kids will ask you, tell me more about this one. So it's kind of fun. Yeah, Shug, we got to do the family tree, that's for sure. Sonny's doing family trees too, and it's cool when my older son is a genealogist, and it's cool when I tell him about stories about family, and then he gets to see it, and it lines up with his paperwork. Look at this guy, he's cool. Hello, my friends. Stay thirsty. Hello. Let's see. This page has got a lot going on here. It's taking me a while to finish. It's true. Oh yeah, I heard about this Brian person who has started a lot of family tree stuff. Yes. Let's see Uncle Fernando. He's like, hello, children. They're like, why does Uncle Fernando smell like lemons? Oh, because he makes lemonade. Stay thirsty. Hello, my friends. Hello, welcome. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Treese, you're awesome. Have you been watching my morning Famous cartoonist says things in the morning. I say stuff about 10 o'clock every morning. Or whenever I wake up, at 10 o'clock seems to be a sweet spot right now. It's pretty cool. I like making videos. And I heard it already multiple times, but my mom gave me this webcam around Christmas time. And I said, I'm going to try it out. I plugged it in one day and it worked. And I started recording live feeds and stuff. I didn't know how to do it at first. I never really cared to try, but I went on Facebook and looked at the button that said go live. So I did. This works out pretty good. The same with that other YouTube. Did pretty good. Uncle Fernando. Hello, children. You're not an essential employee, Trees? Oh, you're working the schools. You're home. My wife's essential. She goes and does her essential things all day long. She leaves her early in the morning. The good thing is she could pick her own hours right now. So I think that's what she does. It's best not to know everything, you know. That's a good song here. We're gonna go with some music. Raising a roof. Yeah, it's Gordy. Gordy does that beat. Hey, if you go to listen to soundcloud.com/Gordon Balthazar, you'll hear all his music. There's a link in the bottom of the video. And you can hear Gordy's music. All you gotta do is click on it and press play. And it's free. It's kind of cool. But SoundCloud's good because they make it where it protects the creators, so you can't copy it and stuff. It's pretty cool. Yeah, my guy plays music. And Audrey plays stuff too. You guys want to hear what Audrey played? I recorded it on my phone. I recorded it on here. I want to play you what she played. Let's see. Yeah, look at. I'm gonna play something that. Oh, you can see text messages. I gotta look at them later. But I'm gonna lower the volume. And I'm gonna play you what Audrey learned on her. Here's what she learned. My girl Audrey learned on her piano. It's one of my favorite songs of all time. You guys ready? Oh, that's beautiful. That hearing her walk in the room, and I walked in the room and she's playing that, and It may be silly, but it brought me to tears. Yeah, this is cool. My girl learned some music. This song's called Comet Thorn by Gordon Baltazar. So I play his music every night because I won't get sued. There's no copyright strike. And I could argue that he's my son. Yeah, that girl knows how to work her dad. That's for sure, man. She's my baby girl. I always tell her, don't tell anyone else, but you're my favorite. Don't tell anybody. And then the thing about I'll tell her, don't tell anyone you're my favorite, and she'll say, I know. She pulls a Han Solo on me. I love you. I know. It's my girl, though. She's awesome. Sometimes I draw my pencil lines in there. Sometimes I don't ink them. They're just like suggestions. Here's where the line should go. See this right here? I'm not even going to ink that. I'm going to go like this. I'm going to add stuff to it. And one time I was drawing a Wolf Boy comic, and my wife said, why do you draw it all first and then ink it all? And I said, well, because I got to know where the lines go. And she said, I bet you could just ink it. You don't have to draw it first. And I said, I'm going to try it. And I did it for that issue, and it worked. I didn't draw any of it. I inked it all right away. And I kind of do my pencils like that. I don't pencil really detailed. So I kind of know what I'm going to do. Only I know what it looks like. What it's going to look like. Know what I mean? Know what I mean? Oh, yeah, Jeff, you got to go? You're welcome, sir. Thanks for hanging out and watching. That's cool. My mom's going to bed, too. All right, Mom. Night to you, too. Thanks for watching. It probably won't be much long. Maybe 2 hours. Yeah, grandkids are real talented. Yeah. Patrice said all the girls are daddy's girls. Yeah, they are. They know how to get in there. They settle in your heart and just live there. They know how. Yeah, she's my baby. Nobody can mess with her. She's my Boobachi Babach. I call her Boobachi Babach. Oh, yeah, Kevin, you back? Kevin Bixby's back, everybody. It's so weird, like, I'm drawing these things, and part of me is worried that no one's watching, and then other part of me is like, just keep doing your thing, having fun. And then if no one's watching, I still do it anyway. So it's weird. If you guys are anyone new watching right now, so I know a few people have been here since the beginning, but anyone new watching right now, if you're around Saturday, I'm going to do a live stream painting Saturday. And I'm going to play some awesome music. I probably won't interact with the camera much, but there will be lots of paint because I'm going to be, I might talk, but I'm not going to be able to see the screen because I'm going to be in the zone. You're going to like it. It's going to be a performance, but I'm going to be painting live and painting on some of these boards and canvases and stuff I have. It's going to be fun, and I'm really looking forward to it because one of my musician buddies gave me permission to use his music. I wanted to ask him before I just did it. So that's going to be fun. And if I post on YouTube after, it'll probably give me a copyright claim, but that just means I can't make money off the video, but I don't make money off the video anyway. But it's going to be fun. I'm going to do it. I'm looking forward to that. And I look forward to every morning to do the famous cartoonist says things in the morning. If you notice, I got a little trend going on. All my videos of me doing stuff always start with famous cartoonist draws things. Saturday's thing will be famous cartoonist paints things. And I like famous cartoonist says things in the morning. I have a regular videos I put out on YouTube called Famous Cartoonist Says Things. They're real short videos, about 3 or 4 minutes, but they're funny. I have a good time doing them. I got another one I'm doing about the Hulk. I got a Hulk one coming out. Brian Lynch asks, am I familiar with Dr. Seuss's Midnight paintings? That sounds very familiar to me. I think he was painting something that wasn't Dr. Seussy, right? I gotta check those out. I did an interview today talking about my paintings. The cool part about the interview was the interviewer asked me about my paintings. And like no one ever really asked about their paintings. But when I was in college and all through high school, all kinds of years, I would always paint. And I almost feel like I'm a painter first. It all, cartooning and painting to me always went together. And it's cool when someone asks about it because I really enjoy painting. It's so cool. It's like dancing with music. You just feel it and just let it go. It's really freeing moment of art that you could just take paintings and just let whatever happen. That's kind of what I'm going to do Saturday. I got this big canvas that I was going to paint a painting for Harold's Chicken, but I was going to paint a painting for Harold's Chicken, but the people that I was talking to there, the manager, she moved on. She don't work there no more. So when I mentioned that I have a painting, they're all the new people. I don't know them, so they're confused. They're like, what? So I'm gonna probably paint it anyway, and then present it to them. Then when everything goes back to normal, maybe I could regain trust once again. But I might just take it and draw something. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I have several pieces that I want to complete. And you're going to see it. You're going to see it happen. It's going to be great and awesome and a lot of fun. It looks like he's in a lounge, isn't it? He's chilling. Look at him. Hola, my friends. Come on in. Take a seat. Yeah, Treese. I remember I made a Bruce Springsteen piece for my cousin Treese years ago for her birthday. That was a good time. I did a lot of drawing on gray paper, some textured paper, and that was real fun. Oh, they have the Dr. Seuss paintings in a book collection. I gotta check it out. It sounds real familiar. Because I know the thing I like about Dr. Seuss and someone else, Charles Schultz, is that the men moved on, but their families are maintaining their legacy, which I really think that's awesome. And a few years ago, I was in San Diego Con, and I was invited to go to a Charles Schultz panel and talk about peanuts. And I was like, why did they want me on that panel? This is weird. And it turns out I was in the Boom Studios, did a book about Charles Schultz artwork and peanuts, and I did a story in there. I did a pinup book. It was a story. It was a one panel gag. I wanted to do a longer story, but I just didn't have the time based on the deadline. But I wanted to be in this book because Charles Schultz is like the master, all-time great cartoonist of all time. And so I went to this panel with the family. I went to this panel to talk about Charles Schultz, And I didn't know it, but the family was there. They had his grandkids were there, and all kinds of people with the last name Schultz. And it was a little bit intimidating because I didn't know. I hope I don't say something weird. There was all kinds of stuff like that going through my mind. And not only that, but I had the curator of the Charles Schultz Museum was there, and the historian, their family who keeps the records, all kinds of stuff was happening. And I was on this panel with the family. We talked about a whole bunch of things, and it was me and Terry Moore. We're the two artists. And Terry Moore he writes and draws the famous book called Strangers in Paradise. If you're a fan of soap operas and relationship comics and love stories, this is a great comic. It's one of my favorite comic books of all time. And I have the whole it's a thick book. It's real, maybe like that thick. It's like 800 pages of Terry Moore essentials of the Strangers in Paradise, and he signed it to me, and he's got a little doodle in there and everything. But it was me and him on this panel, and I was so nervous that I was gonna like get all kinds of stuff wrong and be stupid and stuff. But after the panel, the Charles Schultz family thanked me for doing this, and I was like, wow, and it was such an honor. And that happened on the first day of the San Diego Con, and there's always a point somehow in San Diego Con where we say, okay, now we could go home. And I knew that moment I could have went home and my whole con would have been complete. I was only there for one day. But that was one of the best moments in my comic book, probably cartooning career. In the public, you know. It was such an honor just to be chosen to talk about. He chose me to talk about their dad and their grandfather. So I thought that was real cool. And my wife was in the audience, and it was pretty amazing. I liked it. I liked it a whole bunch. All right, let's see. How's this guy look? Oh, the book's called The Secret Art of Dr. Seuss. Oh yeah, Brian, you saw my Charlie Brown little joke? That was cool. The Peanuts characters were really tough to draw because everybody wants to look at them and draw them. But I started drawing them after looking at them, and I couldn't get them right. So what I did was I just scrapped all the stuff I was drawing and just drew them from memory. And that's what they look like. I was drawing them from memory, but trying not to make them look too much like them, not worrying about what they look like. So I drew them really fast. I drew them from memory, just drew real fast and saw whatever came out, and that's what I was gonna use. And it worked out okay. They looked pretty good that way. Because it looked like Charlie Brown and Snoopy and stuff, but it looked like I drew them. So so that was the cool part about drawing that book. And they originally wanted me to do a 10-page story, which I really wanted to do. And now I wish I did it. I wish I just stood up all night and did it. But it was hard. It was hard to do. But I'm so happy to be in that book. And I wrote a little thing in there about my experience with the Peanuts characters and where I first heard of them and stuff. And I talk about how my dad would read Charlie Brown comics to me in the newspaper, and he would make all the voices, and he would laugh, and Charlie Brown always had my dad would read the stories to me, but he would make up the words. So that's why he was laughing, because he was just making up comics, and they weren't really saying what I thought they were saying. And then later on, when I went to school and was able to read, and he would continue to read these comics to me, I said, "Dad, that's not what Charlie Brown's saying." And then he would laugh. So, but from then on, anytime I read the Charlie Brown comic strips, Charlie Brown had my dad's voice in my head. So now Charlie Brown sounds like my dad to me. And I think I said that story in the book. So that was my first exposure to Charlie Brown and Peanuts, which was pretty cool. I'll take that story. Know what I mean? Know what I mean? I think I'm going to go for 2 hours here. What do you think? Is that a good time? You guys still watching? Putting some waves in here. They're not going to get a background. These guys look like they have a weird relationship. He's looking at him like he did something weird, and this guy's looking at him like, did he see me? You know? So, who should say when's lunch? Should it be Phineas or Franco? Probably Franco, right? Or Phineas. I think it is going to be. Let's see. Who should say it? I think it's going to be Franco. You knew it was. You knew it would have been Franco. I got to figure out where to put this thing. But like that. Uncle Franco's selling seaweed dogs. Yeah, he's got it. He's in all my comics. Oh, Uncle Philo went away. There he is. This page is hefty. A lot going on here. Brad just said, just finished my caricature of the famous cartoonist. Yeah, man. Send it to me in Messenger. I'll post it on the screen here. It's Uncle Franco selling seaweed dogs. Yeah. All right, Trees, you gotta go. Gotta go do your things. I'll see you later, Trees. You're awesome. Okay, bye-bye. Kevin Bixby. Kevin Bixby's here, drawn. All up in the house. All up in the his A. Do kids still say that? Or is that lame now? All up in the his A. I know when wrestlers tried to say that, Kevin Nash was saying that in the 90s. People say stuff. You know the cool phrases are done when your mom and dad start saying them. Like, it's the bomb. Like, oh, all right. That's done. That party was lit. Oh, okay, that's done now. But I'm that guy now. I told my kids, yo, dog. And they're like, oh, no, dad. And I do that dap stuff. When I do that dap. Yeah, Kevin Nash is cool. Gilbert. I like Gilbert. And I ever tell you guys, a few years ago, Stone Cold Steve Austin called me up on the phone. This is true. This is a weird, true story. And it's kind of awesome. And when I did a comic book with Christopher Daniels and Kazarian, and they were getting a lot of traction with the comic book. They were getting a lot of interviews and podcasts. And Christopher Daniels went on to Stone Cold Steve Austin's podcast, the Stone Cold podcast, and he went on there with Stone Cold, and on the pod he was showing them the comic, and I can hear it. I listened to the episode, and Stone Cold saw. He goes, "Who drew this?" And they said, "That's my good friend Art Baltazar." And Stone Cold said, "Man, he's a badass artist." And then Daniel says, what do you say? He's tremendous. Yeah. And so Daniels told me he was going to be on that. He said I'm sitting at Stone Cold's house because he texted me. So I'm friends with Daniels and Kaz. Since we did the comic, we have each other's numbers. We text once in a while, and he texted me and said, "I'm waiting at Stone Cold's. We're gonna record a podcast. Is it okay if we talk about you?" And like, yeah, of course. And he goes, okay. And so he texted me later and said, Stone Cold Steve Austin wants to talk with you. So I gave him your number. I'm like, okay, cool. And so I'm like, yeah, whatever. And so like about a day or so, a few days later, I get a text and it says, it's like 1 a.m. I'm sitting there and it says, what's your schedule like as it pertains to a phone call? And he said, this is Steve Austin, Stone Cold Steve Austin. I'm like, you could call me right now. And so, let me start. I don't want to get, I got to get Gordy's music back on here before that guy starts over. We're going to hear Neptune again. So, oh, something's happening. All right. So I get a text from Stone Cold Steve Austin. What's your schedule like as it pertains to a phone call? And I said, call me right now. I'm awake. I'm home. And so the phone rang like 2 seconds later. And I answered the phone. And I went, oh, yeah, man. And then he said, wow. And he was laughing. I just heard a guy laughing. And then he said, wow, that's what I say. Oh, yeah, man. But with a more, I say, oh, hell yeah. But yours is with an all age feel. Oh, yeah. And we ended up talking that night for about 2 hours. He asked me a whole bunch of stuff. He asked me where I grew up, where I'm from, where I live, and what I watched for wrestling, and why did I choose the cartooning and all this stuff. And our lives were so parallel. Everything I said to him, he told me something similar that happened to him. It was the same way. And it was so awesome. And he said to me, he goes, wow, that was a great interview. I said, did you record it? And he went, oh, no, I should have. I'm like, yeah, it would have been cool. And but he was so awesome. And we ended up talking about Breaking Bad for about 20, 30 minutes. He said that was his best show, his favorite show ever. And he was saying the heel turns on that show is great. You can't write a better show. And it was cool, man. And we hung out on the phone and we talked. And at that time, I was like 40, 45, 40 something. I know I was about 40 years old. And then he said to me, how long have you been doing this cartooning? And I said, oh, about 25 years. 25 years? He goes, how old are you? I said, I'm 45. 45? So what the hell you been doing with the other years? So like, well, I was a kid and growing up, living with mom and dad, and I had to go to school. And he said, oh, yeah, that's right. He goes, well, 25 years is good. So it was cool. And he was awesome. And he wanted me to draw T-shirts and for his Skull Mountain show. But he said he likes my work, but he wanted something tougher because he likes my cartoony work, but he wanted me to draw something tougher. And I told him that wasn't really my style. I could try it, but it's not going to look like what he wants. Because in the old days, he brought up the people who do Lady Death. I forgot who that was. Chaos Comics. They Chaos Comics did Stone Cold Steve Austin comics. And he asked me if I could draw something like that. And I told him, nah, it's not really what I do. And so I drew some characters for him, but then he texted me later and said, it's not really what he's looking for. So I'm like, but it was great to hear. It was great to hear from Stone Cold Steve Austin. And then he told me, I said, can I keep your number? And he goes, yeah, if I need you, I'll text you. And I said, I'm going to tell everyone that we talked. And he said, okay. I said, I'm going to use you. You're going to be a story now that I have for the rest of my life. He goes, okay, that's good. But when he asked me who my favorite wrestlers were, I didn't want to lie to the guy. I didn't want to schmooze him. So I told him that I liked Hogan and Goldberg and Sting. That's what I watched. And he said, yeah, those were good times. That was amazing times. And I said, but I watch a lot of videos of Stone Cold and The Rock. I like you two guys were my favorite on there. And I like WrestleMania when WCW merged with them. I started watching both. I started watching WWE. They never caught me. I always like the smaller wrestling shows, probably because I'm more indie too. I like the indie wrestling shows. I like AEW. I love AEW. And I know a lot of the guys on there. I became friends with a lot of them. And we met a lot of them. We had the Young Bucks at our store. And I was in Daniels and Cass brought me to the press conference, and I got to meet all the guys, and they're all hanging out. And it was so awesome. Let me see what people are saying here. Yeah, Baltazar 316. Famous cartoonist. Oh, I see you. I see you sent me the drawing. I'm gonna open it up here. Hey, Vince just requested me to be his Facebook friend. Yeah, man, cool. Yeah, Vince is awesome, man. You're gonna like his videos. Did you invite Austin to watch baseball in your hotel room? I should have. That's cool. We're gonna check out what Brad made. Here's what D Brad has made for us. We could all enjoy. Let's see where it is. Let's find it. There it is. Look at that. Coffee with famous cartoonist. That's cool, man. I'm gonna save this and use it for one of my title cards. How about that? I gotta put it up. I gotta find a spot. I'll probably do this later. Now I know I have it. Because I'm taken away from the stream. Yeah, he's cool. It looks like me. I said that's a little bit George Clooney-esque, but it's still cool. And he's hanging out in the coffee. That's cool, man. Thank you, sir. This is really cool. I'm digging it. That's cool, man. Look at all the detail on this drawing, on this page, man. It's a lot of stuff. That was a true story about Stone Cold when he called me. That was a glorious night. And I was and the phone's ringing, and my wife, we just got done watching something. But they were real tired going to bed. And the phone's ringing, and I said, it's Stone Cold Steve Austin. He's calling me. And my wife says, all right, tell me what happens in the morning. So that's exactly what happened. I wasn't nervous at all. It was really weird. Yeah, I wish I should have offered him the $200 to watch baseball. That would have been cool. Yeah, I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna use that for one of my title cards. Because if you notice, every show I put this up there. I put a title card, and each circle is a different caricature of me. So this one's from my cousin Chris Sandoval. He's a good kid. I'm gonna do an art show, and he's gonna have a lot of pieces in there. When everything calms down, we're gonna do an art show at Comics. I think we have a Kevin Bixby piece ready to go, but we just have to have the show. I saw something of yours there at the store. Yeah, man. If you make sure you accept Vince's request, because when I do my live stream, I'm gonna tag him on it so he could see what I'm up to. We'll see. I can't wait to do that live painting stream on Saturday. That means I have to have an easygoing Friday. Don't do anything weird on Friday. It's going to make me tired Saturday. Sometimes that happens, like Bixby's tired today because he was up all night listening to this two goofy guys stream. He was watching two goofy guys draw comics. I did an interview today with Rob Southgate. He's you might know him. He's a Chicago guy. He goes to the Blue Box Cafe, does podcasts and stuff. But he interviewed me today, and he just wanted to interview me for 15 minutes. We ended up talking a half an hour, and I told him that if you interview me, you're going to need more than 15 minutes. He goes, "Oh no, I know what." And I'm like, "Okay." And then he's right, like, "Oh, we got to do this again." But he likes my warning chats, so I might do a coffee thing with Rob Southgate soon. He has a cool podcast. He has a whole network. So he does a lot of podcasts. All right, here we go. I think I just heard my wife go to bed. Yeah, Brad accepted the request. Now Kevin said, "Man, I want a Vince friend request." Yeah, Vince is awesome. This piece I'm doing here is a lot more detailed than I was anticipating. A lot of characters. It's okay. It needs to be done. I love it when people like the books like Gilbert and stuff like that. Coughing. I can eat this. I need this swig. So I love when people love these books like Gilbert because I'm amazed that I get to draw characters and then publishers want them, and then I get to draw the books, and then they come out and they go to stores and kids ask me to sign them 2 years later. They come to my table with the book, and it's just fun. His eyes are crooked, though. You see him? And cool, these live streams are, a lot of live streams are happening lately. And one of my friends is named DJ Nando, and he live streams his mixes. He does his DJ mixes. And those are really cool, man. He's got some sick urban beats. But he does really cool stuff. I just love when people could do their art and people could enjoy what they do. It's kind of cool. This piece may be done soon. Let's see. I got this. It's good. Move that a little bit more. Man, this would be one of those Harold Chicken nights. I feel it. I'm feeling it in my in my soul. Okay, let's see. Yeah, Facebook puts a limit on a personal page. You can only do 5,000, but a fan page you could get unlimited likes. And that's why I had to start I started my Art Baltazar famous cartoonist page, and it's not fan requests, it's more like likes. So I only got like 300 likes, so there's 300 followers on there, but it's unlimited. So that's why I started that, because I started maxing out at 5,000 too, which was kind of weird. And that's what I like about um, that's what I like about YouTube. You could have unlimited followers there too, but we're only up to about we're not even up. We're just past 700 on there. So eventually, all of that will eventually we'll get there. But I got more followers here on Facebook, so this is where I Facebook. This is where I do my thing. But I know you're talking about Vinks, but that's it. That's like something that they do. Can I order a trade of Gilbert from you? Yeah, I have Gilbert #1 on my website. If you go to artbaltazar.com, I have it in my. I have it for sale. The first volume. I have #2 that I'm going to. I gotta post it up there. But I said earlier here that I don't know how many I have. I gotta check my boxes because after C2E2 I packed up everything, but I didn't unpack my boxes from C2E2 yet. So I'm not sure how many I have for sale. I might only have like 4 copies, but if whatever I got, I'll put up there. I got to make sure I have enough, so in case I sell out, I don't want to short anybody, because I sometimes I won't check emails and stuff all weekend. I just got to make sure I do. Sometimes I don't, and then I come back Monday and see all these emails. It's weird. Sometimes I put my phone down. I don't know, something that happens to people. It's rare. It's a rare occurrence. That's how I got 3 days off in a row. It's true. True story. And we have a new T-shirt site too. We have a threadless T-shirt, Aya Comics T-shirts, and it's cool. I just ordered a new shirt. I got a new shirt today in the mail from Aya Comics Threadless. Yeah. Yeah, man. I should have Gilbert #2s, and they're $10. So if you need one, you need one #1 and #2. I got those two. They're $10 each. So even if they're not on my site, just say you want one in PayPal, whatever. You know, if you can just PayPal and just put it in notes if you want to, or go through the site. I'll try to maybe put something up for sale, but I got to unload those boxes. I got a stack of boxes that I didn't even open yet. I had like 3 or 4 shows I had to go to since then, but they all got canceled. So the box is sitting there with books in them, and they're wondering, "Hey man, didn't you forget about us?" So I usually tap in the box and you know sort them out. So when I get home from a show, I always um, put the boxes back in order, put the books back in order, so I could use them for the next show. But I haven't because I haven't gone anywhere. Like the rest of the world, nobody has gone anywhere. We know what you mean, Baltazar. How about that? She's honored. Look at her. I'm honored. Gorilla. Kevin Bixby with the what do they call that? With the deep cut. I don't have any gorillas. I wish I did. But every once in a while I'll get like a 3-cent check from France. But actually it's a deduction. It's 3 cents off of my advance until I start making money. But I'm so far away from that. So one book sells. I'll get gorilla. There's gorilla fans in France. Every time a book sells, I make 3 cents. So it's really somebody's buying it though. And they said the most the book sold anywhere is in Chicago, because they didn't anticipate me buying a whole bunch for me to sell myself. So I bought about maybe a total of 1,000 books, maybe 700 to 1,000 gorilla books. Because every time I buy them, I buy like 300 at a shot. So I bought a bunch of them. So it's kind of fun. It's true. That really happened. Okay, I should order them from. Yeah, you could order from the website, or order from the website and just. I gotta put the number 2 up there on the website. Maybe I'll put it up. I'll try to put it up in the next 24 hours, so you could order it, and then this way it won't be weird. Or order from their website, and then if it's too hard to add another $10 for number 2, you could do it separately if you want. We can figure it out. We'll make it work. I'm missing that, but I have a couple Disney Adventures with. Oh, cool, man. Yeah, Gorilla is really fun. That was a special time. And that the book came out. Gorilla, I started doing Gorilla when my son was born. My son was born in August, and Gorilla's first appearance started in September, which was really cool. So I've been staying home as a cartoonist since Gorilla. So that was 2003. So actually, I've been quarantined since 2003. So that was real fun. That was a good run. And nobody knew, the comic industry didn't know I was doing that, because Gorilla's not on the cover of the book, but the kids who read the book knew what it was from the inside. And the kids still freak out when they meet me at the conventions, because they recognize that the book, the artwork is similar to what they used to read. And that's how I meet a lot of these kids who read Gorilla, but they're all like college age now. They're all college age, or some of them are married. And it's cool to see that. The fans are growing. And it's funny, whenever I meet a Gorilla fan at the convention, shows and stuff, I'll give them a Gorilla piece, a free drawing Gorilla, and they freak out. It's cool. It's just cool to meet those kids. I'm starting to get tired. Kevin Bixby, Gorill's your first Balthazar exposure. Man, that's cool, man. I didn't know that. Were you a little guy when you read that? I think I'm a lot older than you, sir. Getting to the point where I don't want to draw no more. Well, I need a break. I need to eat. starting to hurt a little bit. Two hours, 10 minutes. You get me drawing stuff. Auntie Francine needs some details on her clothes here. There we go. All right, here we go. Not that much older. All right. Oh yeah, the Gorilla strips are on my website. Yeah, that's right. I put some up there. Oh yeah, you were. Oh, Bixby was buying the magazines for your niece. I see. They weren't for you, but you were reading them. I won't break last night's record. No, not today. I'm not going to break the record today. I'm going to break it on Saturday, though, I'm sure, with the painting stream. The weird thing about painting is most of the time you're waiting for the paint to dry, because it just takes a while to paint to dry before you add another color and stuff. That's mostly what you're doing with painting. It happens a lot. I want to finish this page. I'm determined. But I need to go eat. Low blood sugar's kicking in. I think if everything goes well, we're going to do another live stream. I'm going to do another live stream on Facebook or on I Like Pink with Franco. I don't know if you'll see my face or not. It depends on how his thing's set up tonight. So what do you guys think? Oh, yeah, Kid at Heart. Yeah, me too, man. So do you work on one painting while another painting's drying? Yeah, that's why I have a lot of several paintings in the works as I'm trying to finish one. And sometimes I'll just work on one at a time. But it's usually not the case. Or I'll run out of a color. I'll mix too much of it, and then I'll start another painting with that color. So there's a lot of things. I just keep going with a lot of paintings. Just keep doing my thing. I think I came close to finishing this, but I think I gotta take a break. Look at all this hydration. Super fantastic. Yeah, I work with acrylics. I do a lot of acrylic paint. I was trained with acrylics and watercolors. I really like acrylic. It's bright and it does what I want it to do. And I never tried oils, but I don't think I need to. I'm good. Never tried oils, but it seems like it would be a lot of maintenance, and it takes long for it to dry and stuff like that. I stick to acrylics because I could buy the colors, I could find them, and I like it. Yeah. I'm looking forward to painting. It'll be good. I got to get there first, though. I got to do a lot of inks. I inked about 2 pages of my Archimaniacs, and I did a lot yesterday. And this is only 1 page, man. It took me like 2 hours to do 1 page. But again, I goof around too, talk a lot. You're working on your Hero Initiative page. You doing some stuff? They got another coloring book. There's some extra stuff. I always want to do more for a lot of these books, but like the Vinx piece yesterday was the most I've ever worked on something that wasn't going to be work related, you know. But I had a good time doing that. That was cool. Plus, he's using it now, so that's cool. That's the best thing when it's making the rounds. He's using it for stuff. Plus, it makes us both famous. It's all true. All of it. Today I started my famous cartoonist says things in the morning video, and I actually thought it was Tuesday. I was messed up a little bit. I had to look at the phone and see it was Wednesday. And I just thought about that right now because I thought it was Tuesday again. I was like, oh, cool. I still got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. But I do not. See, you guys are saying oils, and you did oils in art school. Kind of aggravating because they take so long to dry. Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah, I don't. It's weird because you could paint one thing and you got to wait a day or something. Are you doing 3 comics and a coloring book by C2E2 for next year? Yeah, that's a while. You got some time. But just do your thing. I hear my wife still awake. That's good. Well, it's only 9:20. I thought it was, man, it feels like it's 11 o'clock at night. I went on at 7, so we're good. I'm glad a lot of my family tagged in there and chimed in. There was at least 6 Balthazars at one time. It's all true. Everything. The Balthazars, the chiming in, the Jedi, all of it's true. You can probably tell. I wonder if my energy level is lower on, if you guys can hear it or not. Still good though. Family reunions, yeah. Yeah, family's awesome. Gotta keep them. I think I'm gonna finish this page. I was about to throw in the towel a moment ago. I just took some hydration, breathed in some air. Like every morning before I get to work, I go outside a little bit. I just go on the deck and breathe in the air, see what happens, and then I come back in and do my thing. All right, now I got to add some background. How about that? She's standing guard. Let's see what color is this one. I'm gonna use this color right here. I got so many layers that I've used that I'm getting too many layers where they're starting to all look the same. This page is gonna be real. Take a long. It's gonna be tedious to color. It's gonna be good. Like when I get to coloring something like this, I gotta color this thing first thing of the day, and so the details of the drawing won't wear me out. It's true. You get worn out coloring. That's right, kids. You could get worn out from coloring. Just takes your energy, you know. But I'll probably color this tomorrow. I should color it on a stream, right? Maybe I should color this on the stream so I could have a sense of completion. Get rid of that. I didn't like the way those waves were looking at me. Here we go. Should be bubbles. I think that's pretty good. He's the one guy with clothes. I don't know what happened there. Uncle Fred. I'm going to draw my tally marks. So we know where the borders go when I start drawing borders. And they're bringing in the coloring. Franco's probably waiting for me. He's like, where's this guy? Just don't worry about it. Do my thing. Looking forward to Gordy's new music. These are all the tally marks of where I'm going to block in the squares, the panels. So everything's straight and nice, purty, nice and neat. It's pretty good. Wow, there's a lot of stuff on here. This page is monstrous. I'm going to add some. There might be some. That one looks the same. No, they're all there. All the colors are there. So, look at that. Look how clean that is now. That's cool, right? Did all right? It makes me laugh. Uncle Philo, ha! Auntie Francine. Oh, I gotta do her talking lines. I don't know what this is called. A carrot? Is this called a carrot? An arrow. Thought balloon arrow? That's probably what it's called. Don't overthink it, Baltazar. Just a thought balloon arrow. What would Jack Kirby call it? All right, we're getting there. I'm almost at the end. Hang in there with me, fellas. I think I got it. Look at her talking. Auntie Francine. She needs some telly marks here, just to balance it out. Look at that. It looks good. Save. Let's see. Any street day for Gordy's new music? I don't know. He's still working on a lot of songs. He's fine-tuning them. He's got that new one called Neptune. Neptune and LA Flame are gonna be on his new album. They're gonna be on his new set. Yeah. Oh, I did one already. Let's see. Gilbert 3. Okay. That page is finished, my friends. That's ready to be colored. I got 2 more here. There's famous cartoonist right there. But man, you guys are awesome. 2.5 hour stream. I did some work. I got to the end. I inked the whole page. Lettered it yesterday, I think. But yeah, man, follow me when you see me, and check out if you need books, go to my page, and I got a store on there. I got all my books up there. Remember, I'm gonna do that stream on Saturday. I'm gonna paint. That's gonna be real fun. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to painting. And yeah, man, I'll be in the morning. I'm gonna do another saying stuff in the morning to people. So you guys are awesome. Thanks for hanging out and making this cartoonist happy. You guys keep drawing, man. Right on. Be nice to each other. Okay, bye-bye.